Hello everyone, we've just had Michael's presentation on submitting patches to the Yocto project, so why would you need another talk about submitting CVE fixes? Because CVE fixes are patches like every other fix. So, what is the difference? We are going to discover that in this talk. Discover or have a reminder if you already know how to do it. A CVE fix, what it is at first.
Are you advancing your slides?
Not yet, that's the intro.
Sorry.
That's the intro. So what is a CVE fix? It's a security fix. There is a security issue somewhere in some package, and it has so-called CVE, common vulnerability enumeration number, and then you want to submit it to Yocto project. And now I'm advancing the slides, Trevor. So I have an unpatched CVE. There are multiple reasons why you may have one. You may be monitoring CVE check, which has been mentioned a few times already. You may be monitoring the new CVE stream for the CVE org, and you have noticed that there is a new issue in the package you use, and you want to apply a fix to it. And then there are two more rare cases. Either it is a part of coordinated disclosure. It means that you are in the team working on the actual fix as it is going out at some point. And during that period of the fix being committed to multiple projects at the same time, you want to do it. It may not maybe be already known at the moment when you start the work. Or you may be the person who is implementing the fix upstream, and you want to have it backported to the Yocto project. We have quite many situations. We have your fix, and now, what do we do now? A few things before getting a Git clone to work. First thing to look into, is there someone else already working on this fix? If you do not know, just ask. Check the mailing list archive. And also, we are currently working on a proposition of a process to do that synchronization, and we have a wiki link with the proposal and the discussion if you are interested into more serious work on CVEs. Have a look and comment. The second question would be, is there already a patch available for the version of the package that is included in the Yocto project? You know that we have LTSs, and the LTS may not contain the latest version of that package, but some version that was released some time ago, and the patch has been released only on the main branch, for example. You want to have it in the older version. In this case, I look at upstream first. Has upstream already backported the fix? You can also have a look at big distributions like Debian. They may have the patch already prepared. But remember one thing. At the Yocto project, we start applying patches from master. It means that if we have the same version, or all versions are affected, you do not submit a fix to downfall first. You submit fix to master first, and it will go down to downfall, getting through all the LTSs that we have and stable versions. The third important thing that you need to know which Yocto project versions are affected by that issue. Is it only in master? Is it clickstone and downfall? And then you apply your strategy when you know that. And then let's have a look using an example, a real world example from a fix that has been submitted. So we have Dunfall's FFmpeg, and we can have a look into the BB file that has the typical SSCURI with the main source package. There are some older patches that are not security, like the MIPS CPU detection patch. And then we have patches with CVE numbers, like the CVE 2020-12284. Those are patches with security fixes. The convention is to use the CVE number as the patch name. So we are going to have a look in detail in the CVE 2022-3341. In this case, we start from the original patch, from the original fix. How did we get the original fix? By multiple sources, looking into the NVD database, looking into the CV database, looking into discussion when the fix has been released. There are many ways to get that information. In this case, we have a typical commit message of a fix that we took, and we can see how it looks on GitHub. And now, what do we do with this patch in the Yocto project? We add a little bit of metadata. The same patch in the Yocto project looks like that. And you have in bold the information that has been added. We have the CVE tag. We do the CVE space and the CVE number. We recommend to add the upstream status. In this case, it's a backport with the link to the actual commit. And then the signed off by the people who backported the patch. You can also add comments in the case if you are reviewing a patch that has been already applied to a different version, you had to do some modifications to make it work in some other one. So you can add additional information, but remember to add the minimum metadata, what is the CVE tag. It means that we have the CV number in the file name and we have the CV number in the CVE tag. Now, okay, that is if you just add the patch file, it applies and it works. In the real world, if you just add the patch to a package, usually this is not going to work. So what do I do? What do I do in such a case? We can use that. First, remove the patch from the CSC URI. You do therefore modify your recipe name. Then you add the patch to the sources, like applying every other patch. You build, modify as needed. You build test, you run tests until you have the patch that is in the right form for that specific version. Then you commit, and we are mostly done. You can find more details in the DevTools documentation. Before you send, there is the whole list of checks to do. Michael shared with us. For security issues, we have a few more. So, is it the correct patch for the issue? Security fixes do not always directly reference the problem. to give people a little bit more time for fixes. So you need to find the right patch and be sure that this is the right one. Pretty obvious, but important. Does your package build after you apply the patch? Does your fix actually fix the issue? If it is possible to verify that. Do the tests pass if they are tests for the specific package? And then, have you looked if you have started with the newest affected version? And does it apply to the head of the Yocto project version that you want to use it? For example, applying to the head of Kirkstone and not a Kirkstone 2 releases ago. Now, how to send? Michael has covered that. Check the mailing list in the readme file or the layer. There are other details too. Subscribe to the mailing list, use git send, monitor the mailing list for eventual comments, reply and fix if needed. Exactly the same procedure as for any other patch. If you are new to the Yocto project, have a look at the contributor guide. That's a new, interesting resource for all the questions you may have when starting with the Yocto project. If unsure, there are probably some other CVE fixes in the package you work on, or to similar packages using the same technology. You can have a look, find out how the fix was done in that package, and then do the same thing. If in doubt, ask either on the mailing list or in the ERC. To sum up, CVE fixes are fixes as all other ones, but they have particular formulas. We have the patch name that should be the CVE number, and we need the CVE tag in the internal patch itself. The common errors I'm seeing for people doing the CVE patch submission for the first time, their version mismatches, they are applying patch to the version that is not the right one, and build failures starting from forgetting to build the recipe that you actually changed, and there are quite many other situations. At least build test all of your CVE patches, and then you will be good. That will be all for me for the specific subject of CVE fixes. I hope it's easier to understand by now. Looking for your submissions, looking for your feedback about synchronization of CVE fixes.